Okay, so here we go. It's 5:26. This is video 104. Let me move this over so you can read it properly. And the topic right now is monomial factoring. I don't want to go into too much detail. I just want to do the two problems here. And my task, it's so important to know what your task is to completely factor this as well as that. And I'm going to do it what I call the caveman way, the old-fashioned way, even though I could do it in my head, but I want to show you what's really going on. So notice again that the difference is that in this case we have two variables, and it doesn't become as easy as before to see exactly what the shared or common factor is here, the greatest common factor. So again, my task is to completely factor this, and I'm going to show you one way that has been shown for many years. And since they share the 4, I'll do it this way because I don't want to make it too tedious. Then this is going to be 3 A's and 1 B. And a lot of times weaker students, or at least until you get a little more practice doing this, and the second term is -8, and that's A squared B squared. And when I write that out, that's -4 times 2, okay? And then there's A, and then B, B. So just like I did before, we just have this other variable. I'm going to do it in my head as well. I might do a little mental math here. Most high school kids with practice are able to do it with mental math. But let's just continue what we did in 6th grade. You match what they share. Does everybody see what I did here? The 4 matches, 2 of the A's matches, and the B matches, okay? And we're going to call it +4. We can talk more about changing signs here. And so the GCF equals 4 times A times B. Or the GCF, what goes on the outside here, is 4A squared B. And now I put the parentheses because I have to put the leftovers. Well, the leftovers on the top are 3A. And what's the leftover on the bottom? -2B. See what I'm doing here? Can't forget the sign, although you can always work backwards and you know you need the negative sign here. So now we work forward. Is this the greatest common factor? We discussed that in previous videos. Yes, it is, because the remnants are co-prime. Now we see these are co-prime terms that cannot be combined in any way whatsoever. They only share the one. I keep saying that, but the ideas are so important. And when I work backwards, I see that I'm getting this. And when I work backwards again, I see that I'm getting that. You can work that out yourself. And so this is completely factored. Can you do this in your head? Yeah, with a little practice. But to lay out all the terms that you know they share and match what they share and circle what they don't share is probably one of the better ways to work through these kind of problems. Okay? So now I'm going to turn my attention to the next one. And here we go, over here in the corner. And it's almost an identical problem. By the way, can I find the LCM over here? Yes. But let's just stay focused here. We'll do some more of these where I'll explore some more of the ideas here. And let's just go over here. And again, we have 2 variables. And oh my God, so the problem here is, what do 12 and 30 share? So let's do it we see they share the 6. So let's just write 12 as a 6 times 2, C, D, because we have two variables here, C and D instead of A and B. And we might reconsider trying to do this in our head, but we don't really know here. And then we see that 30 equals 6 times 5. Okay, so there's a match. We saw that right away. I could have done prime factoring, but so much more work and such a headache. And in the second guy, there's only one C, and apparently there are 3 Ds here. Okay, so that's this meticulous way that I worked it out. And now I match what they share, and we see it's an almost identical problem. On the top and on the bottom, they're both going to come up with 6CD squared. So the GCF is 6 times C times D times itself, which is D squared. So I put that on the outside of a parentheses. Sorry about that. Fix that up real quick. Put that on the outside of the parentheses. Close it off. And what didn't we do before? Oh, there we go. There's 2C. And what did we miss before? 5D. And then again, I check for coprimeness. These terms are obviously coprime. And then I quickly work backwards. And I see, hold on here, there's a D squared here. Got it. Okay, we got the D here, and the 5D was left over. So there we go. We will go from here to here to here, here to here to here, and I stop it here. And come back with some more problems, okay? So we'll stop it here and come back with some more problems. Again, both of these are completely factored, and these will be part of your assignments as well.